Hey guys, Curtis here with you today. Today I'm going to go over the iHealth, what do you call that? I believe it's got a or it says your blood sugar. There we go. All right, glucose monitor maybe. All right, so we open up this case, and what we have in here, we have your bottle of your test strips. So that's an important thing to have. Little nice lid on here. Take your thumb right there, give it a push, pops open. Once you get these out, you have a whole bunch of these in there. One side of it, right here, you're gonna have it almost looks like a computer chip. And then on the, maybe there's another shot up there, it looks more like a computer chip. On the other side, you have the little kind of hole that kind of gathers the blood. And I want to try this out for you a little bit so you can kind of see. All right, so that's what that looks like. Again, this lid has a very good cap on there. It does not screw on, so that's something to kind of keep in mind is if you do drop this, it may pop open on you, so it doesn't screw, but it does have a pretty decent seal. And here you have your, I'm terrible on the names of all this stuff. This is the needle that you're gonna be poking yourself with here. You do have a whole bunch of different little settings on here. Highest is 9. As you turn it, it goes all the way down to, actually one notch below 1. So not really sure what that notch would be. I never really mess around with these. I just turn it all the way up. I go full power on them. Last thing I want to do is try a low setting, poke my finger, feel the pain, and have no blood come out. So to each his own. For me, I'd rather just go all in and just get it out of the way. But once you adjust your setting, there's a little part right here. You pull this, and I'm not sure the camera will pick it up, but it does make a little click. So there's like a little click. And then once it's kind of locked and loaded, you'll have a little button here. You push, you hear that little click there. That's it kind of shooting out. And these needles are very small, even on the biggest setting. So that's probably not something this camera is going to be able to pick out or pick up. But it does pop out of this, and that's where you kind of put your finger on there, give it a button push, poke your finger. But let's go and get that one ready. All right, going into the actual monitor here. It does come with a cord, so that way you can charge this. I have not seen any spot on here where there's any batteries that you can get access to. So you do not change these batteries out. You have to have your charger so you can plug this into the wall and juice it up. But as far as using this, it should be pretty simple. I've never actually used this one too, so you're gonna kind of see as I go here. So usually when you stick the little computer chip in here, it should automatically turn it on. There we go. So you can see it's starting to flash. Different little things in there. Again, I just got this. I haven't even looked at the instructions. I haven't looked anything over yet. I'm just kind of testing her out to see as we go. But usually on these things, once you stick that in there, it'll automatically turn it on. You jab your finger, get the blood flow going, stick it in there, and it should give us a reading. So let's find out here. So make sure this is ready. So before I start jabbing again, ideally I don't want to do it more than once. So you can, these fingers are kind of damaged here, they don't straighten out. A lot of times I'll kind of take my other hand and just kind of rotate this through. And all I'm trying to do is just get a little bit of blood flow or gathered to the tip of my finger. Once I've done a few good ones, now I'm going to take my thumb and just kind of hold it here, basically like this. Basically, well, I'm not trying to flip you guys off here, but like this, so that way I'm kind of holding the blood in, and I'll take that same thumb and hold it. Now I'm going to take this, stick it in there, and push really hard, and push that button. Now I'm going to immediately, let's see if I can get this where the camera can pick it up, immediately kind of squeeze from different sides to get that little drop of blood in there. Now I'm going to take this and gather it. I'm trying to hold it where you guys can see. I'm not used to doing it this way. Get it in there, and once it gathers, it should read. Okay, there it is. It's already kind of counting down. And my blood sugar right now is 93. And you see it happen really fast. I mean, it didn't give me any type of beep or anything to kind of let me know that it did it, but it did start immediately counting down. And there's my blood sugar. So you see how easy it was? And you see here, I still got a little bit of blood. if you don't have access to a sink, it's such a small amount, you can kind of just wipe it off and it's gone there. Again, that needle is very, very small, but you saw it, obviously it does a trick. It gets the blood out there, and you do need to wash your hands afterwards. Don't, go around and stick your hand in dirt after you do that. Wash your hands. But you see that the small amount of blood, and it heals up or seals up right away. But there's the reading. You saw how easy it was. This is literally my very first time using this. When I first got this in, this was not charged. So that's the only real issue I've had with this thing so far in the 10 minutes I've owned it. But it did not come charged. I did had to plug it up. It was only on the charger for 2, maybe 3 minutes. And it did give me enough juice to at least, do a little test run here. Take that and definitely throw that away. You don't want to leave your bloody stuff sitting around anywhere. But so far, so good. Nice little flat side here. You see this thing's very small, so it doesn't take up much space. Kind of slips right in there. Again, has another spot over here, so you can kind of get your poker in there. Again, I don't think these things are really meant to hold this big thing. I'm assuming maybe you're just supposed to take a few out, but this thing will actually fit that in there. And also enough room for this. Kind of cram it all in there. Then you also have the little needles you use to replace inside of this. You can throw a few in here also to kind of get it, or have everything kept together, and stick it all in there, zipper up, so that way you can carry this thing around with you. But there it is, guys. So far so good.